Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode with Thai Talk with Dan. Now, if you remember, we shared a video about one man's epic journey here in Thailand, where he was married, came over to Thailand with his wife, sampled the delights that Thailand had to offer on his own, and later on split from his wife and decided to try and find a new wife here in Thailand. And as we all know, what can possibly go wrong with this subscriber's journey? Now, if you've missed part one, please check out the description below and watch that first. And today we're going to jump into part two of this subscriber's story. So stick the kettle on, grab a beer, and let's jump right in. Part two. So on this night, I left Bangalore Road and walked down the beach and took my spot on a chair provided by one of my Thai friends, the tomboy lady and the Thai boys with the beer cart. We were talking about where a genuine Thai girl is that is not a bar girl around Patong, or am I wasting my time? As I was talking to them, I also said I probably would not come back here as I can't find what I am looking for in Patong, and they could see how unhappy I was with all the twists and turns I have endured on this trip. This song is Road to Nowhere by Talking Heads. So one of the Thai boys piped up and said, I have a friend that is not a bar girl. She has got a good story and very caring woman. I said, really? When can I meet this special woman? He say, I call her now and she come down straight away to meet you. She will be here in 20 minutes by scooter. I thought this just might be the lucky break that I need right now. So like he said, she turned up in the time he said, and she was riding on a new scooter, about 36 years old and not too bad looking, with a very, very large man's shirt on, with the sleeves rolled up and the bottom of the shirt was nearly on the ground. So I thought to myself, this is weird. Why is she dressed like this? So this is the story of Yui, I will call her. We sat on the beach having a few drinks, and after a while she agreed to come back to the hotel, and we kept drinking. And she told me that the reason for the big shirt was she was looking after an old Englishman that she had looked after for 6 months or so, as she met him at a bar sitting by himself because all the girls were paying all their attention to other men as he was so big and not so good looking. She felt sorry for him. And agreed to look after him. She showed me pictures of what she had to do for this man, wiping his ass and changing his clothes, washing urine from bed and clothes constantly, and also bringing up her son at the same time. But the Englishman looked after her for education, for her son and money, and a nice apartment for them to live in for return to look after him, which I thought after seeing this man it would take a lot more than that to care for him. And then told me about an Australian man that was a gangster she lived and partied with for about 12 months, and he returned. He gave her 200,000 baht, but the Englishman paid for the apartment 12 months in advance. but only stayed for 6 months and told her he was going to the Philippines to see a girl he had been talking to before he met her. So he left, and he died there not long after he left Patong, and she could stay in the apartment until the rent ran out. But anyway, different people, different stories, I thought, and she was a decent person for what she did for this man. So I spent the final 5 days with Yui, and we had a lot of fun together and had things in common like tattoos and big Harley motorbikes and having a good time when we were together. And she tells me she was doing facial makeup for a job, but as she only just got her certificate to do this, she did not have much work, and it was the off season. She come up with this idea as she seemed to me like she is a goer that tries different things to survive, which I like in people who have a go, as I have a business and know how hard it is to survive. She said to me, if you are my boyfriend, instead of sending me money, we buy a beer cart on the beach and I will run it and I can support myself. I looked into it with her and seen how much this would cost, and was not a big outlay, only about 35,000 baht, which is not a lot for a business. So I agreed to doing this, but I will not give it to her in a lump sum. I said I would send her 5,000 baht every now and again. So she agreed, and I sent her 5,000 per week until I reached 30,000 baht. But yes, things changed. Her roof was leaking, and she showed me as we talked every day on screen time, and showed me the workers on there fixing it. And the old motorbike needed repairs for her son's first bike and other things, as she was not working now because of the bad weather. So we got to 30,000 baht again for the beer cart, but then the Thai police raided Patong. And was fining everyone and sending them to jail for these beer carts and other alcohol related offences. So that put that to bed. She was not doing much, so I then told her that the money was going to stop because the business we agreed on has gone arse up, and I was not going to keep sending her money if she doesn't work and have a go, because I am not going to keep this going otherwise. The song for this is What You Do For Money, Honey, AC/DC. What do you do for money? Yui was not happy with this conversation and cried. And yes, I felt sorry for her, as she did do a good job bringing up her son by herself, which I understand many Thai girls dump their children on their parents and work, as Yui has done it all on her own. Yui is a nice person. She makes me laugh and does things that I don't expect. Sometimes she says she loves me, but I am too seasoned in relationships to actually believe this, as it is only words. I know when someone means this when they say it. That's right, I forgot. Yui also told me she was with an Italian man that had a hotel in Phuket for some time, and really spoiled her, in which she still wears the gold ring that he gave her. And when lockdown happened, he returned to Italy and sold the hotel and never returned. Anyway, after I tell her the money stops, she drifted away for a week and went quiet, and then come out and told me about her friend that had a bar that I actually went to while I was there with her, and said okay with me and no bar fining, as she had me and would FaceTime me and would do the same with me at any time, and she would answer. I said yes, that's okay then. It started okay for the first week and a half, and I just kept up nearly all night calling her every now and again. She would do the same, and she would sleep all day as I had to work all day and keep on to her at night. So this was not working out. So she agreed to leave, and then she got a job cleaning, which she did FaceTime at any time I called. About this time, I started to send her money again. I know this is what you say is not a good idea and against all the rules, But the way I see it is that if I go down the pub one day of the week, I would spend $800 plus per week. And as a businessman, I am a gambler. Anyway, so 5,000 baht a week doesn't really worry me as I am on my own, and I would rather play this game with you each day and actually have a laugh every now and again. As I am getting older, it is rather nice having someone in your life to talk to every day, even if I have to pay for this service. As I know this sounds so bad, as I also am quite aware that she could be scamming me here, but I live on my own and work very hard. I don't go out much, and my children don't visit me very often, and one day the children will get it all, so I think that it doesn't really matter to me if I feel happy by sending a little money to someone that can use it for good things. It doesn't really matter as long as she doesn't get too greedy, and if so, it will stop. And another thing about sending money, I feel it get good results because you are keeping an eye on what they are doing. As I told her, I pay for her answering the phone anytime. I call night or day, and if she doesn't, the money will stop for the next week. She answers me all the time. I have had ups and downs with Yue, and even told her I had spies looking at her, as she knows I know different people I have met there, to keep her honest. But at the moment, she is the best of a bad bunch. I just keep it going until I can find the one that I am looking for. If this does happen or not, we are yet to find out.
Good luck.
But I am coming back again in October the 15th this year for 2 weeks. And I am going to meet up with another girl from the farming area in the north. And is going to meet up with me in Bangkok for 1 week before I go to Patong to see Yue and another girl I met online from Patong. But I am very worried I don't mess up with these two girls knowing about each other. I have always lived on the edge of the danger zone, so I can only hope for a good result without too much trouble, as I still just want to meet a real Thai girl for the right reasons. Just maybe Yue and I just might work out, but I am going to try some more out as I go, and in between I will keep on going with Yue until she shows bad signs of things or I bust her in anyway, doing something I don't agree with, as I have learnt a lot from other people's experiences from your YouTube channel, in which I thank you very much. So this has been a very big, I know, but I thought it would be nice to hear from the start of my Thailand journey, and still going, as I am not one to give in easily, and I do believe certain things in life are meant to be. As chance meetings or anything that happens in this crazy world we live in, you just don't know what is around the corner, good or bad. So you just have to take it as it comes without getting ripped off or being hurt in any way. Just try to be wise, but I know how hard this is if you are desperate or vulnerable to find love, especially when you are in company with a beautiful girl. It is a very hard situation to be in, especially when you are an old, lonely man with a lot to offer. Just before I wrap this up, I will just let you know what happened to my other 4 online Thai girls. Sexy Susan, well, she bombarded me with text messages about Thai bar girls and how much fun I was having, and demanded I send her money for her time I wasted, and even threatened me never to return to Thailand. So I blocked her. Wow, I thought how lucky I was there that I did not meet her. I dodged a bullet there, I think. Knock, I said she is a good person, and if I ever turn to transgender, she will be the first to know. Tanya Temple, I just stopped talking to her. That one threw me too much. And Lucy Luce, I also gave up on her after my encounter with Sexy Susan. So Dan, keep up the good work, really enjoy your channel, and you will hear from me soon, as I will be jumping on the Big Bird on the 17th of October, and I will leave you with a song. Dear Dan, for you. Run to the Hills by Iron Maiden. This is what you advise most of your viewers. Good on you, Dan. Kind regards, Michael. Guys, I think we need the song Looking for Love in All the Wrong Places, because that's what it boils down to. Michael seems to be messing around with veterans in the game, and that's all you're going to come across in the tourist areas in Thailand. Women that they've been through the mill, they've been through the ringer, they've got the t-shirt, you know, they've got the stripes, and you have to be careful. Like Michael said, when you've got company of a beautiful woman around you that's being cute and sweet and making out that she loves you, but her life is hard, she doesn't make much money, she's got a lot of problems, a lot of issues, everybody wants to be Captain Saver. Oh, it's the way it is, guys. It's the way it is, and it's not going to change. It's not changing. And guys like Michael are free to do what the hell they want. Like he said, he's 61 years old. He's a lot older now. He's trying to be careful. He's not bothered about the odd 5,000 baht here and there each week. He doesn't care. He's trying to make sure that he doesn't get extorted for too much money. He understands that he has to pay to play to a degree, and that's just the way that the cookie is crumbling for a lot of guys. You just have to be careful, and as long as you're not getting extorted and you're not doing anything stupid with large amounts of money and you're not going to get your heart broken, then yeah, crack on, enjoy it. But if you're looking for a wife and you're looking for a genuine connection and you're looking for a girlfriend, then like I've always said, get out of the tourist areas and start venturing around and trying to meet women that are not in or around the bar scene, to give yourself some kind of chance, because even when you're away from the bar scene here in Thailand, it's still hard to find a woman that is interested in you for you and not for money, because that is normally the first thing they see when they see a foreign man. Money, 9 times out of 10, will always come first. Right guys, let us know what you think about Michael's story, and Michael is now due back here in Thailand, ready for his next epic adventure, which I think is going to go massively wrong, but who knows, hey? Who knows? But if Michael gets out of the main tourist attractions and tries to meet women away from the bar scene and the freelancer scene, etc., he might have a chance and try and get with a woman who's around about the same age range, who's going to appreciate you, going to find you attractive, etc. You've got a better chance. And that's just the way that it is anywhere in the world. If you've got your own Thailand story and you wish to share it on this channel, then as always, please send your emails in to thaitalkwithdan@gmail.com, and let's wish Michael the best of luck in his new Thailand adventure. Right guys, take it easy. Happy Sunday to everybody, and I'll speak to you again very shortly. Ciao for now. Bye bye guys.